Good morning, my dear students. In our lecture today, we have chapter 2, the global marketing environment. My dear students, after studying this chapter, you should able to describe the environment forces that affect the company's ability to serve its customer. Explain how changes in the demographic and economic environment affect marketing decisions. Identify the main trends in the firm's natural and technological environment. Explain the key changes that are the ex- explain the key changes that occur in the political and cultural environment. So, in the marketing environment in chapter 2, we examine the marketing strategy and planning process, which helps marketing management develop and maintain successful transactions with its target customers. Companies succeed as long as they have matches their products or services. Today's marketing environment. This chapter addresses the key forces in firms' marketing environment and how they affect its ability to maintain satisfying relationships with target customers. A company's marketing environment consists of the actors and forces outside marketing that affect marketing management ability to develop and maintain successful transactions with its target customer. The marketing environment offers both opportunities and threats, and the successful companies know the vital importance of using their marketing research and intelligence systems to may success or fail to think of a change as opportunity. They ignore or resist critical changes until it's almost too late. These strategies and structures and systems and the cultural have faced crisis have faced crisis because they ignored environment changes for too long. So in our slide, the marketing environment is defined as all the actors and forces influencing the company's ability to transact business effectively with its target market. And the marketing environment included two types of environment. First, the micro environment, and second, the macro environment. The microenvironment is the forces close to the company that affect its ability to serve its customers, and the macro environment is larger societal forces that affect the whole micro environment. So, the marketing environment consists of microenvironment and macro environment. The microenvironment consists of forces close to the company that affect its ability to serve customers, like the company, supplier, marketing channel firms, and the customer markets and competitors and publics. The microenvironment consists of the larger and the macro environment consists of the larger societal forces that affect the whole microenvironment: demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural forces. First, we will say in this diagram the company and the environment that close to the company is the microenvironment that included to company, suppliers, customers, intermediates, competitors, public, and then the macro environment, demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, cultural. First, we will talk about the microenvironment. In the microenvironment, the company's microenvironment, marketing management job is to create attractive offers for target markets. However, marketing managers cannot simply focus on the target market's needs. This success will also be affected by actors in the company's microenvironment. These actors include other company departments, suppliers, marketing, intermediates, customer, competitors, and various publics. In the next figure, we saw that the microenvironment is the forces affecting a company's ability to serve customers. The company's microenvironment included first, company's internal environment. The company's internal environment included the functional areas such as top management, financial department, and manufacturing department, and HR department, etc. Second, suppliers. Suppliers provide the resources needed to produce goods and services. Third, the marketing intermediates help the company to promote, sell, and distribute its goods to final buyers. In the company's microenvironment included also customers, the five types of customers that purchase a company's goods and services. These five types of customers we will take it later in this chapter. And competitors, those who serve a target market with similar products and services. And publics, any group that perceived itself having an interest in a company's ability to achieve its objective. In this figure, we have the different five types of the customer markets. In the middle, the company and the five types of the customer market. Number one, consumer market. Number two, business market. Number three, reseller markets. Number four, government markets. And number five, international markets. The second type of the marketing environment is the macro environment. The company's macro environment, the company and all the other actors operates in a large macro environment of forces that shape opportunities and pose threats to the company. And in this figure, we shows that the six most influent forces in the company's macro environment. The remaining sections of this chapter examine these forces and shows how they affect the marketing plans. The macro environment is the forces that shape opportunities and pose threats to a company, like demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and cultural. In details, the company's macro environment have the demographic is the monitor's population in terms of age, sex, race, occupation, location, and other statistics. Economic factors that affect consumer buying power and patterns. Natural natural resources needed as inputs by marketers or that are affected by marketing activities. What's the economic environment? The economic environment key economic concerns for marketers like changes in income, economic development, and changes in consumer spending patterns. What's the natural environment? The natural environment is factors affecting the natural environment, like more government intervention, shortages of raw material, increased costs of energy, and higher pollution levels. The company's macro environment also included the technological forces that create new product and market opportunities, and also included the political forces like laws, agencies, and groups that influence or limit marketing actions. And finally, the cultural forces that affect a society's basic values, perceptions, preferences, and behavior. What's the technological environment? The technological environment is the issues in the technological environment like high research and development budgets, rapid pace of change, increased regulation, and focus on minor improvements. Here is the political environment. The political environment included the key trends in the political environment like increased legislation, changing enforcement, and greater concern for ethics. The cultural environment, the culture always views the express of values and perceptions and behaviors of oneself, of others, of organizations, of society, of nature, of the universe. In the ending of this chapter, we should look to the responding of the marketing environment. How the marketing environment can responding, how the company can responding to the marketing environment. Many countries view the marketing environment as an uncontrollable element to which they must adapt. They passively accept the marketing environment and don't try to change it. They analyze the environment forces and design strategies that will help the company avoid the threats and take advantage of the opportunities the environment provides. And other companies take an environmental management perspective rather than simply watching and reacting. These firms take aggressive actions to affect the pub- publics and forces in their marketing environment. Such companies hire liberals to influence legislation affecting their industries and stage media events to gain favorable press coverage. They run, they run advertisement to shape public opinion. They take legal actions and file complaints with regulation to keep companies in line. They also form contractual agreement to control their distribution channels better. Then the marketing management cannot always affect environmental forces. In many cases, it must settle for simply watching and reacting to the environment. For example, a company would have little success trying to influence geographic pollution shifts and the economic environment or important cultural values, but wherever possible, clever marketing managers will take a proactive rather than reactive approach to the marketing environment. So, the responding to the marketing environment, the environment management perspective should taking a proactive approach, not the reactive approach to managing the micro environment and the macro environment to affect changes that are favorable for the company. So we can say in the ending of this chapter that all companies operate within a marketing environment. This environment consists of all the actors and forces that affect the company's ability to transact effectively with its target market. The company's marketing environment can be divided into the micro environment and the macro environment. We said that the micro environment consists of five components. The first is the company's internal environment, its departmental and managerial structure, which affects marketing management's decisions making. The second component of the suppliers and marketing intermediates like the middlemen, physical distribution firms, financial intermediates, marketing services, and agencies. The third component of the microenvironment who are the producer ref- the third component is the consumer and the next component is the competitor and the final component is the of the publics that have an actual of potential interest in our impact on the organization's ability to achieve its objectives. Then we talk about the company's macro environment consists of primary forces that shape opportunities and pose threats to the company. These forces include demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and in the end, the cultural forces. In many developed countries, the demographic environment presents problems with the challenges of a changing age and family structures a population that is becoming better educated and increasing diversity. So we can say that the two types of the marketing environment, the micro environment and the macro environment, is very important for all companies, and the company should studying these two types of the environment in that we said in this chapter. Thank you, my dear students.